Fry. I trust that you had a productive meeting with Mr. Owen.
Oh, yes. We had the most wonderful chat. I found out the man behind Starrick's soothing syrup is John Elliotson.
Dr. Elliotson, I haven't heard that name in a long while. He was a brilliant heart specialist until he became obsessed with phrenology and mesmerism. It ruined his career. Well, how shall we proceed?
Oh, with all respect, Mr. Darwin, I believe I should proceed alone. After all, we wouldn't want to attract any unwanted attention.
Very wise. Good. Oh, and Mr. Fry, should you find yourself with any free time, please do call on me.
Where would I find the doctor? Ah.
As you've just witnessed, the application of too much pressure can sometimes result in unexpected outcomes. Unfortunately, it appears I've ruined the organ. Send up a cadaver.
At once, Dr. Elliotson.
I don't care about your ethics, and I care even less about your damn patients. Now hand over your keys.
What are you doing?
Haven't you heard? You're fired. Now bugger off.
How to do it.
While we are waiting, I shall resume my discourse on phrenology, the only true science. Is there anybody out there? The idea that one can point out connections and relations which exist between the conditions and development of the brain, and perhaps more importantly, the manifestations of the mind, is no longer a pervasive phenomenon. Yet, as we have previously studied, phrenology, when rigorously practiced, allows us to discover each from an observation of the other. Teaches us how to measure the identity, but also how to measure the mental faculties of the patient. This specimens of the outside of the lower back of its head, the protuberances previously measured, establish the correctness of those. I am the specimen's tendency to awareness, undesirable propensities which were wholly suppressed by the mind. What you have just witnessed is nothing less than the undeniable effectiveness of the medicines.
What's the matter?
Oh, young man, help. I must speak with Miss Nightingale at once. One of the brutes stole my key, and there's no one around. I can't get out of here.
Stole your key? Don't go anywhere. I might be able to do something.
Oh, quite. Thank you, sir. Well, you'll know where to find me, sir. Oh, go on now, sir. I will wait here. There's something very peculiar about that Dr. Elliotson. Dr. Elliotson cannot be allowed to continue his experimentations. Nurse Nightingale.
Said she was fired.
The bugger. We'll get in trouble for this.
Look at him there! What's he up to, I wonder?
I shall resume my discourse on phrenology. The idea that one can point out connections and relations between a condition which the brain, and perhaps the manifestations of the mind, is no longer a pervasive phenomenon. Yet, as we have previously studied, phrenology, when rigorously practiced, allows us to discover each from an observation of the other. The science of life teaches us how to not only identify, but also how to measure the mental faculties of patient. For instance, this specimen overdeveloped human is found alongside of the back of the tail. Abdominal roots, as previously measured, established new muscle movements. I am referring to the specimen's tendency to provoke distress, undesirable propensities which were suppressed by the use of this serum. Despite the specimen's violent reaction to the procedure, the soothing syrup anesthetized the senses and it died without you have While we are waiting, I shall resume my discourse on phrenology, the only true science of the mind. The Phrenology, when rigorously practiced, allows us to discover each from an observation of the other. The science of mind teaches us how to not only identify, but also how to measure the mental communication. For instance, this specimen's overdeveloped is that of the correctness of both police records and medical observation.
I'd better investigate that noise.
So what's this I hear about Dr. Elliot?
Nothing a little syrup won't cure. Haven't you heard? Stocks are low. We can't administer soothing syrup without Dr. Elliot's written consent. Ah, bollocks.
Get the bastard!
Dr. Elliot's. Only take a moment. Ugh, bloody rats! Take back, filth! How hard can it be to fix a bloody crack in the wall? And don't come back! Ugh!
I'm sorry, sir, but you aren't allowed in here. I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
How hard can it be to fix a bloody crack in the wall? And don't come back!
Here it is, Doctor.
We will continue our experiment shortly. In a moment, we will compare the brains of our two specimens. Since both specimens had a propensity towards violent behavior, we should see similar protrusions in specific parts of their brains. At last it ends. Yet I can only think of beginnings. A better tomorrow, forged with the blood of visionaries.
All I see is the blood of a lunatic.
Do you truly believe murdering an old man will stop humanity's great architect? Crawford Starrick has a glorious design for mankind.
Designs are meant to be broken.
You're a child. A child who believes he can solve all the world's woes with a flick of a blade. Have you ever pondered the consequences of your actions, Jacob Fry? Or did your father teach you nothing?
Elliotson expired, and soothing syrup production has ceased? Outrageous!
Fry intends to endanger all of London at the hands of the mob.
Or perhaps he doesn't intend much of anything at all.
Thank
He's
you,
simply content to dice with our lives.
The asylum is shut up. Medical care throughout the city is in disarray. He cannot understand the consequences of his actions. The man is clearly an anarchist!
Gentlemen. This tea was brought to me from India. By a ship. Then up from the harbor to a factory, where it was packaged and ferried by carriage to my door. Unpacked in the larder and brought upstairs to me. All by men and women who work for me. Who are indebted to me, Crawford Starrick. For their jobs, the time, the very lives they lead. They will work in my factories, and so too shall their children.
And you come to me with talk of this Jacob Fry. This insignificant blemish who calls himself assassin? You disrespect the very city that works day and night so that we may drink this miracle, this tea.
I'm nearing the end of my research. Our beloved London shall not suffer such a bothersome fool for much longer.
And what of this sister I've heard of? Miss Fry.
Miss Fry shall be gutted. Soon enough. Delicious.
Sorry to interrupt, Initiate. Thought you'd like to know that Sean and Rebecca got away from Otzoberg. Berg runs a unit called Sigma Team. Violet DaCosta is his tech support. They've been hunting and killing assassins for a long time.
To end the glager of Sean Danger Hastings.
I was talking to Rebecca.
Right. Anyway, Berg's presence confirms it. The Peace of Eden is in London.
The Initiate's data sync suggests it's the Shroud.
The Templars seem to want it pretty bad all of a sudden. They must know something we don't.
The only thing we know is that we can't go up against Sigma Team alone.
Leave that to me. In the meantime, keep a low profile. Let the Initiate continue to sync the data.
Owning the railway wasn't enough. Now Starrick has bought an omnibus company as well. I suppose he wants to control the neighborhood's workers and keep them under his thumb.
Pearl Attaway is Starrick's competitor, is she? Perhaps it's time I went into business.
And Miss Fry, what are your plans?
I studied the history we recovered from the Kenway Mansion's hidden room. I'm off to a certain monument.
Stay sharp, yeah?
For you, Chief.
Tar.
Lithocarpus, Phagosylvatica, I didn't know you had a twin sister, Mr. Fry.
Evie Fry, sir. It's a pleasure.
Usually I would reciprocate the sentiment, Miss Fry, but today, I'm afraid nothing will bring me pleasure.
What's troubling you, sir?
I am used to people challenging my ideas. In fact, I live for it, the cut and thrust of spirited debate. Lately, however, attacks against my reputation have taken a darker turn. Threats of violence against my person and against my colleagues. I do not wish anyone to be hurt because of my research.
You helped me with Starrick syrup. I am in your debt.
We help each other, sir.
My brother and I will make sure that you can continue your work in peace.
What do you know of bones? I know how much pressure it takes to shatter, snap, or splinter one.
Perhaps it would be simpler if I just explained the situation. A few days ago, a German colleague, Dr. Schwartz, sent me a telegram. He informed me he was on his way to London to deliver a very important fossil, you see. In fact, he should arrive at Charing Cross any moment now. Would you ensure no harm comes to him?
I'll bring Dr. Schwartz and that fossil to you, Mr. Darwin.
Splendid! But please do be careful.
your hiding place, mate?
There's something fishy around here. Better investigate that noise. There's something fishy around here. Better investigate that noise. Are you asking for trouble?
But no. Does he know people would see him? Wouldn't hurt to know what the bugger looks like. The veg won't bite. Wouldn't hurt to know what the bugger looks like. What's going on over there? Wouldn't hurt to know what the bugger looks like.
I suspect something is not right here.
Look at him, all tucked away like.
What
Like finding a needle in a haystack, this
Just had a new game for lower classes he's playing.
is. Like finding a needle.
What is the meaning of this? Like a mess is brewing.
I'm collecting you and your precious cargo for our friend Mr. Darwin.
What's all that argy-bargy?
Just act naturally.
Right. So, how is your father? By which I mean my dear brother Frank, with whom I grew up, of course. Oh, splendid! Wonderful to hear. I'll do my best not to call attention to how remiss he was in forgetting to warn me about the delicate situation which brings me here today.
What's a German doctor supposed to look like, anyway?
Like finding a needle in a haystack, this is.
Wouldn't hurt to know what the bugger looks like.
Dr. Schwartz?
Never got on the train. Goodbye, assassin. I did so enjoy meeting you.
Stop, and I might let you live!
Easy. theories will destroy the...
Now to take this fossil to Darwin.
That's it. We're done for.
That's a girl.
My heart hasn't stopped pounding. You have it? Wonderful. But where is Dr. Schwartz?
Most likely dead, I'm afraid. He never left Germany. At least I managed to get the fossil back.
Dear Lord. I should tell you, I was recently approached by men who sought to purchase all my research on the condition I work only for them. Obviously, I refused. Scientific knowledge cannot be bought. It belongs to everyone. Let these villains do their worst.